Hello everyone, today is Friday and it means we're going to have another portion of great looking e-commerce websites for your inspiration. And today I'm reviewing those three websites. One of them is Cravers, another one is Borderie, and the last one is Happy Hour Box. Let's start from the Happy Hour Box. When I opened it, it basically shows me the model window to sign up for their mystery discount, and if I click yes please, it's a classic newsletter sign up model. But let's skip it and take a look on how they're structuring their e-commerce website. So they have a very cool looking, tasty, I should admit, products. So that's works in favor in terms of how they can use it in their design. But first of all, they have a cool looking hero section that immediately puts in place, in a central place, amount of reviews they got. And on top of it, they have the alert bar that talks about the running discount code. It's not animated, there's no video. It is just a bold statement here and a call to action button. Cool. Right below the hero section, they have a brag belt of their media coverage. So they basically placing logos of the media outlets where they being present, and explaining in the next section what exactly you will find inside your box. So it's a subscription box, and you want to know what you should expect. In the next section, they're explaining what differentiates them. So it's a classic why as section and a carousel of the offering. So in their carousel, they explain what type of products you can find, and all of those items are not actually a link. I would expect it to be links, but they're not. Members happy hour. So they basically explaining how members happy hour. So it's a classic grid. They're explaining how their product is useful and what is their differentiator. Reviews, again, bragging about 1,000 5-star reviews. The guarantee, also very often section that is used by stores that have a subscription or have a pretty expensive product. They would have some sort of guarantee. And then it's once again a call to action section right on top of the footer, and we have the footer. This website, by the way, is designed by, I don't know if it's designed by them or they handle, but it seems like a QBR Media is a CPG focused agency, retail media agency. Interesting. They have a very big quantity of different brands they built websites for. So we'll definitely explore more of them in our next episodes. But let's get back to the happy hour. So on this type of online stores, we have no mega menu, and the whole thing is designed as a straightforward funnel. So you can take a look on additional supporting landing pages, like how it works, again, reviews, FAQ, and so on and so forth. The story, it's basically about us page, and eventually, again, reviews. So the whole thing starts when we click the button Get Started. And when we click, we're basically landing on the product details page, which is a product subscription configuration page as well. We have a images carousel. All of those images have additional text on them, so they utilize those images as a banner to additionally sell or explain the benefits. Here we have classic title, let's say, and additional supporting quote of the review, description, and ability to choose from one of the box sizes, how often this delivery should happen. Oh, it's a delivery window, sorry. So it's when we want to get the first shipment, and then we can actually choose how often this delivery would be arriving to us. And then they have additional supporting sections on this PDP page, again reiterating how this works, and they basically reassuring that the commitment is not long term, it's possible to cancel anytime, and so on. What is noticeable here is that they don't tell here, I don't know intentionally or not, that it is possible to pause the subscription. So they mentioned that it's possible to reschedule, but not necessarily mention it's possible to be paused, which is kind of interesting. FAQ section, like usual. And then some sort of a promise, but I would say it's like a why us section again, because they're explaining how they source their product, guarantee, reviews, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's take a look on what would happen when I click order now. Yeah, we're being redirected to a classic Shopify checkout page. We have the split here, so they additionally giving a free gift, the classic payment page. Let's go to the Borderie. They have also similar product, similar offer, but it's not a subscription. It's a charcuterie board that possible to be purchased as a one-off. That's my guess. Very tasty. Again, they have all the benefits of selling food and actually tasty, cool-looking products, and that's what's happening here, quite honestly. So from the perspective of the main page, again, they talk a lot about the reviews they got and the promise about free overnight shipping, nationwide free overnight shipping. That's interesting. Okay, in this case, they do have a menu, but it's not a mega menu. It is very simple. So when we click, it just redirects us to a specific place. And when we click holiday boards, we can actually just be on the collection page and filter and basically get some product. So here how we naturally land on a PDP. Let's take a look still on what other sections are on the main page. So they have some sort of additional banners here explaining how famous they are and how cool they are, the Oprah, the Shark Tank, and so on. And then a carousel with the product offering. Again, reviews, and it seems like they intentionally emphasizing how fresh those reviews are. So it all tells like 5 hours ago, 4 hours ago. Interesting trick, honestly. So next section is how it works. It does contain video. They showing the so-called lifestyle photos, experiences, showing how clients are enjoying this, and it's a quite cool section. The next is the About Us section. So they're presenting the team who's behind, and black belt with the logos of the various news outlets that they get PR and publicity from. Since this product is so cool, it is naturally a thing for a ton of UGC content, UGC video content. So they have this carousel here. Specific section, especially for corporate gifting. I would be honest, I would be super happy to receive that type of gift if somebody's sending, because usually it is coming as like a bottle of wine with some basic stuff and maybe a pack of coffee. And here we're getting into the footer. So let's take a look on the last one. It's Cravers, and it's a CPG that is a snack, but it looks very cool. Okay, so we have Cravers here, and it is actually looking very good. It is completely different type of design, and we have a animated dynamic hero section slideshow that is having multiple items and we can slide through it. It does have a video as well, so the mood is completely different. They have this moving alert bar as well, promoting the discount code and so on. Pretty classic. The mega menu is not existent as well here, and they basically have just a very flat navigation, and each link is redirecting to the landing page. Let's take a look what else is here. So they have minimalistic typography based design where they put a big emphasis on their product, how natural, how good it is, and so on. They have buy box right away and additional content like a video showing visualization of it, as well as the actual embed of the product here with ability to purchase. So we can click add to cart and see what will happen. So it opens the sidebar cart. Also looks very cool. They have the progress bar to the free shipping, also very often possible to see. This is a cool section here. They basically made clickable area where you can take a look on various properties of this product. And again, call to action button, some explanation about when and how this product could be used in a cool looking slideshow here with a nice navigation, another moving part here, and overview of the products where you can click a button view all. It will, oh, interesting. So if I click the view all, it's some sort of a bug on their page, but I would expect being redirected to the collection page actually. The next section is the product thumbnails and explanation about what is good in their product, what are the health benefits. Another cool looking, very minimalistic section explaining how cool their product is, and again, another grid of product thumbnails. Okay, so you can see that when I click view all, it actually redirect me to the collection page. What's interesting that they use pages in Shopify instead of an actual collection. I know what's the problem with it, but somehow they decided it that way. Here's the nice looking bento box with some additional marketing content and classy animation announcing the newsletter section. They call it Cravers Club, and usual thing FAQ section, as well as the extensive footer section. Let's take a look on an actual product details page. So if we go to the product details page, we can see how they compare themselves to Nutella, which is a cool idea. Actually here, they showing how they stack on protein, dietary fiber, and so on, explaining through this accordions various important points about their product and mentioning the lack of the biggest spooky, which is palm oil, and they also say no artificial flavors and so on, to explain why they're different and how they're different. I guess they are present in retail locations. That's why they have a page Find Us. But for now, it's just in New York. And yeah, they mention retailers who sell their product. They also have presence in Europe, it seems, and in United Arab Emirates. So this is a very cool looking page, like a location page that featuring the logos of the retailers in the form of a bento box and countries' names as the moving animation. Okay, let's take a look on the cart. So the checkout is a classic Shopify checkout. You can go back and see the cart page. Nothing special here. They allowing order notes, but nothing more here. That's it for now. Please stick for the next episode on next Friday. We are going to talk about AI and visibility in LLMs of your store. It's now a hot topic. Some people talking about agentic commerce, so it's a slightly different thing. A ton of content about so-called GEO. It's like a new SEO, and how to make sure your store is showing up in ChatGPT and other LLMs like Perplexity, Cloud Code, and stuff like that. So we're going to cover it extensively in the next episode. Please subscribe, click the like button, and see you next Friday. Thank you very much.